Living in the modern world, people are looking to develop a more efficient economy, grow organic produce, reduce negative impacts on the environment, and of course, take care of their health to live longer. To some extent, each of these goals can be reached with the help of the Ametis company from the Amur region, Russia. The company is currently marketing its new product, a unique natural substance called dihydroquercetin, also known as taxiphyllene, and a hydroquercetin-based medication of various effects. Dihydroquercetin is a powerful antioxidant of plant origin that is able to protect cells from the deleterious effects of free radicals and protect cell membranes against damage. Dihydroquercetin was first described in 1936 by the Nobel Prize winner Albert Szent-Györgyi, an American scientist of Hungarian descent. Outside of Russia, dihydroquercetin was obtained from various plants: grapeseed, eucalyptus, Japanese cherry blossom petals, and rose petals. But the production process was very expensive. In the late 60s, a group of scientists supervised by Professor Nona Arsenievna Tukovkina in the Irkutsk Institute of Organic Chemistry extracted dihydroquercetin from Siberian larch wood. The Ametis company was established in 1998 in the city of Blagoveshchensk, Amurskaya region, Russia. The company set a goal to develop an innovative high-tech production facility to extract the unique natural substance from the Daurian larch. The production development takes place in cooperation with research institutes as well as scientists who still continue studying the properties of dihydroquercetin. It should be noted that this substance belongs to bioflavonoids, which are not naturally produced by the human body. Most of the basic bioflavonoids in a human diet came from eating vegetables, pepper, salads, and so on. Recently, it has been shown that with respect to the treatment of cardiovascular, respiratory, and digestive diseases, bioflavonoids coming from food influence radicals that are formed in the human body during biochemical changes.
которые мы потребляем с пищей, оказывают большое воздействие на радикалы, которые образуются в организме человека в процессе биохимических изменений.
Those bioradicals of unoxidized fats, proteins, and carbohydrates especially affect the cell membranes and lead to chronic diseases. Nowadays, a lot of attention in modern pharmacology is paid to medications that possess the properties of bioflavonoids. Dihydroquercetin, which is obtained from larch, turned out to contribute to the preservation of the larch itself. We know that due to the fact that larch contains a large amount of dihydroquercetin, its wood can be kept submerged in water, showing no sign of damage. Hence the idea to use the very same substance, dihydroquercetin, in medicine. These small crystals of light yellow color are dihydroquercetin. Studies have shown that dihydroquercetin is most commonly found in lumber low part of the larch. It's important that timber be harvested in winter. According to scientists, during the summer period, the tree accumulates the necessary substance for a long winter period. For years of its work, Ametis has already developed a stable network of large supplies, representatives of loggers from the northern part of the Amurskaya region. At the beginning of the production process, the wood undergoes several crushing and chipping stages. Before being further processed in the production shop, raw materials in the form of sawdust pass a laboratory test to determine the presence of dihydroquercetin. The laboratory engineer conducts research using special equipment called a photoelectric colorimeter. A photoelectric colorimeter gives a crimson coloration. Therefore, we can conclude that this diluted biomass contains dihydroquercetin. Some presence of it will be enough for us to start the production process. It is here, in this production shop, with a lot of different containers connected by pipelines, that the extraction of dihydroquercetin from the wood fiber takes place. The whole production process, from the loading of raw materials to the production output, takes a significant amount of time. The production process has its own specific features and secrets, and the invention of the production line is the intellectual property of Ametis, which has the exclusive patent rights. This technology is patented, and those patents belong to Ametis company. We are definitely proud to be a major producer of dihydroquercetin not only in our country but also in the world. This technology is both very simple and complicated. Without paying attention to some aspects, it's not possible to manufacture the product of the intended quality that we receive. We have been working on this technology for years, and we have kept only two solvents from the initial method, water and ethyl alcohol. Our final product is native dihydroquercetin, native arabinogalactan, which is preserved exactly as it's found in the large wood itself. I can specify a few aspects of the production process. The method should be gentle, with low temperature heating, no higher than 50 degrees Celsius, with no hard solvents such as acetone or ether, which haven't been used for a long time. We use only highly purified water. The modern plant with several purification stages made it possible to obtain highly pure water for the technological process, and the absence of harmful solvents no longer causes great concern about the state of ecology around the plant. In addition, environmental monitoring is carried out regularly on the premises. We also put an emphasis on the monitoring the production process. The requirements for quality control at our enterprise meet the highest standards. We monitor the technological process at each stage. During the extraction stage, operators control the time and the temperature of extraction. Later, in our production and analytical laboratory, we control the content of dihydroquercetin in liquids and in technological solutions. The first batch of dihydroquercetin was produced by Ametis in 2003. Since that moment, the production process has been constantly upgraded, so the production volumes have increased to 11 tons per year. At the time, we have been working issues of product purity. Nowadays, we hold two patents. One patent to produce a food substance, and the second patent to produce a substance of more than 90% purity. This much more sophisticated technology requires the use of preparative chromatography. Nobody else in the world uses it. Today we are ready to supply it, and actually we are successfully supplying the substance of any purity from 70% as a feed additive for livestock up to 99% standard samples. In Ametis, we strive for maximum extraction of useful substances from larch. For example, after the raw materials are already processed and the dihydroquercetin is obtained, the same materials are used for repeated extraction to obtain arabinogalactan. It's a natural prebiotic with its production volume reaching 80 tons per year. The byproducts, which include larch resin and larch oil, are also used in the medical and cosmetic industries. We are now developing the technological method to obtain a useful substance from the bark and the resin. Besides, the company produces betulin, that is an extract from the bark of birch trees. We have also manufactured an experimental batch of chaga extract. In addition to obtain natural substances, Ametis conducts scientific research on their practical application in a number of various products that can be successfully used in a number of fields, namely in production of biologically active supplements, cosmetology, plant cultivation, animal husbandry, food industry, etc. All the products of Ametis are manufactured and marketed under the trademark Lavitol. Ametis company has developed and now manufactures a line of biologically active supplements of various purposes, based on its own produced substances, such as Leviacat Plus, Leviacat Extra, Hepatolac, Vitalac, Lavito Forte, Flucoslim, and Leviosport. Their beneficial properties have been proven by scientific research. These studies began about 6 years ago when we were checking how this substance affects animals. These were so-called preclinical studies. We tested various dosages of dihydroquercetin in order to determine the optimal concentration of the substance so that it could not harm the body.
которое бы не приносило вред организму.
Moreover, we conducted studies on the effects of dihydroquercetin on offspring during pregnancy, when the animals were also administered different doses of dihydroquercetin. We were monitoring whether the large doses lead to abnormalities. The research definitely showed that dihydroquercetin is a low toxicity substance. Even huge doses did not lead to significant negative consequences for embryogenesis and for animal life.
Не приводило к существенным нарушениям эмбрионального развития или жизни животного.
Secondly, we tried to model impact of the cold factor, which is especially important for our region.
Допустим, очень важных в нашем регионе, допустим, холодовых факторов.
The rats were exposed to cold conditions and at the same time were injected with dihydroquercetin. As a result of this experiment, we came to a very important conclusion that dihydroquercetin prevents the harmful impact of extreme factors both on the animal itself and on the cause of disease. Now we use dihydroquercetin as a biologically active supplement. It's not considered to be medicine yet, although the effectiveness is quite comparable to the effective of the one. We recommend that everyone who is affected by climatic or social factors use it regularly. This will help to prevent diseases and complications during the disease. And the conclusion, which is most important for the future, is that dihydroquercetin will not only allow us to preserve cell membranes and prevent their damage, but also enhance tissue regeneration. We have already received the results of the studies. It's well known that tissue regeneration is the function that ensures the body's renewal, which is especially essential for elderly people. Therefore, dihydroquercetin is a part of such biologically active substances as Laviacat, which are used for the cardiovascular system diseases. There are also various combinations with dihydroquercetin which are aimed at treating the liver. Or take, for example, our medication Leviaspor. It's perfect for improving the reserve force body functions. I think in the long term this medication will be vital for the elderly. It's recommended that everyone add vegetables and fruit to their diet, as well as introduce dihydroquercetin as a food supplement. The reason is that dihydroquercetin can compensate for the lack of this substance that we get with food, and for the sick, especially for the elderly, this is a necessary condition to maintain their health. I believe that this substance is a product for the longevity. Moreover, we used a medication called terbinogolactin. It turned out that this substance, which is also found in Siberian larch, is capable of maintaining the necessary level of immunity.
Обладает способностью стимулировать или сохранять на нужном уровне иммунитет. В комплексе раминогolactin.
So the use of terbinogolactin is very promising in the future. For the agriculture sector of the economy, Ametis has developed products to increase the yield of crops and to reduce the herbicide load. It is known that highly toxic herbicides adversely affect the yield of soybeans and grains in subsequent years since they have a long decomposition period. The solution of this problem is facilitated by using natural substances from the Urian larch. Our company produces a well-known substance, dihydroquercetin, an antioxidant obtained from the durian larch. Also, one of the products is polysaccharide called terbinogallactan, which we obtain by method of aqueous extraction while processing secondary raw material. Due to this, the cost of terbinogallactan is not high. As a polysaccharide, terbinogallactan is able to form water-soluble complexes with herbicides, so it's important to use it in a mixing tank. All the research on herbicide load reduction by using terbinogallactan was carried out by Ametis in cooperation with the Bashkia Institute of Herbicides and Plant Growth Regulation. And then the proven schemes were applied in the fields of Amurskaya region in the Ivanovsky, Tambovsky and Konstantinovsky districts. It's absolutely crucial to carry out treatment with herbicides in compliance with strict rules and regulations. In this case, the terbinogallactan method will work most effectively. The weeds, which previously were just half removed by simple herbicide, now will be completely destroyed. After treatment with terbinogallactan, the crops are less stressed and grow quicker. By adding terbinogallactan, it's possible to reduce herbicidal compositions in the mixing tank. As a result, we allow farmers to save money at the initial stage of purchasing herbicides and also see a significant increase in crop yields, ranging from 20 to 50%. Economic efficiency is estimated to be up to 10,000 rubles per hectare. Since 2014, Ametis has been producing microbiological fertilizer, Biobestar, and the plant growth regulator Ecolerix, which have already proved effective in the fields of Amurskaya region. For instance, the Chernyaevo farm, working in harsh agricultural conditions of the Magdigachi district, uses those innovative products to its profit. In 2015, the farm became the leader in Amurskaya region in terms of soybean yield and managed to increase their production yield by 58%. I make use of 3 Ametis products in my work. They are a bacterial biofungicide and inocular soybean, which is a nitrogen fixator and bacteria stabilizer, terbinogallactan.
И стабилизатор бактерий, арабиногалактан. Преимущество этих препаратов, самое главное, что
The most important advantage of these products is their economic efficiency. According to the All Russia Research Institute for Agricultural Microbiology in Pushkin, biofungicide is now one of the most effective fungicides of those being used. Firstly, it's very economical, about 50 rubles per hectare. Secondly, this fungicide is fully compatible with the inoculant, that is, with microbes. While working at the All Russia Research Institute of Soybeans, I already encountered analogs of this product. There, I studied the products of the very same group and observed a certain tendency towards the increasing yield of soybean crop when using these products. The plants look healthier, from a higher green mass, and consequently show a higher productivity. Therefore, if the fungicide itself is compatible with the inoculant, then it's not necessary to increase the dosage of the inoculant when treating the seeds. The third product is terbinogallactan, which I use to stabilize the bacteria, that is, if the weather conditions are not suitable for sowing, but it's recommended to start sowing on the day of treatment of the seeds with inoculants. Then, by using this product, it's possible to postpone sowing for 2 weeks and store the seeds in warehouse. This does not affect the availability of bacteria. Food manufacturers always aim to increase the shelf life of their products. Dihydroquercetin, being a powerful natural antioxidant, can replace traditional synthetic antioxidants and at the same time increase the shelf life of the fat-containing products. A number of products containing dihydroquercetin have already been registered in Russia. Being a substance with a high degree of biological activity, dihydroquercetin has a whole range of positive effects on the exchange reactions and dynamic of various pathological processes. The use of Levitol dihydroquercetin in the food industry is conditioned by the fact that it prevents the process of self-oxidation of food products and increases the shelf life of products by half, in some products even by 4 times. Oxidation of food lipids leads to the deterioration of organoleptic characteristics, loss of nutritional properties, changes in the appearance, smell, taste of the product, and decreases its nutritional value. Levitol dihydroquercetin is able to preserve the initial organoleptic indicators in the food for a longer time. While conducting our research, we studied the following types of products: dry soy milk concentrates, concealed whole milk with sugar, butter, and sour cream with 15% fat. Firstly, we determined the optimal doses of introducing antioxidants into test samples and methods for the introducing, and designed the production technology for food products. Then it was established that heat treatment during the technological process does not significantly reduce the amount of dihydroquercetin and its antioxidant properties. We have conducted more research and prepared recommendations for production. During the manufacturing process of our national product, sour cream, we conducted studies on sour cream with 15% fat. With the introduction of Levitol dihydroquercetin, the shelf life of the product increased from 14 days to about 30 days. The Department of Technology for Processing Livestock Products of the Far Eastern State Agrarian University has developed a number of regulations on the use of dihydroquercetin in the food industry. As well as this, it has obtained a few patents describing the methods and dosages of introducing dihydroquercetin into various food systems. Currently, scientists are studying the use of bark extract from the Daurian larch and chaga extract in food products. In 2013, Ametis company registered dihydroquercetin as a pharmaceutical substance. This means that any pharmaceutical plant can use it as a component to produce medications. But Ametis company has not been resting on its laurels. It has conducted preclinical studies of not only biologically active supplement, but of the medication Levia card based on company's own pharmaceutical substance and used for the prevention and treatment of coronary artery disease. This medication is designed particularly for cardiovascular system and has a lot of positive unique properties. However, it's very difficult to register a medication in Russia because there are so many aspects to clinical trials. That is, before registering, it's necessary to prepare the entire database of preclinical studies. This means that first we need to conduct studies on mice to justify the choice of dosage, to prepare the relevant documents and to receive the approval. It had taken a long time to have the clinical research approved from 2007 to 2014. When we finally received an official document from the Ministry of Healthcare with the approval for clinical studies. Before the medication is marketed and distributed through the pharmacies, it's necessary to examine it thoroughly to make sure it's safe and effective. Tomsk Research Institute of Pharmacology and Regenerative Medicine has already started clinical trials which involved 180 patients with coronary artery disease. If results are positive, a new medication will be brought into production in Blagoveshchensk. We have developed a project which has passed national ecology certification. We have separate premises with the permission for their reconstruction, and we have a building where we install the new equipment in accordance with the requirements of GNP. Management staff of Ametis believes that the death of wood processing has not yet reached its limit. There are many more useful substances being concealed in trees, which seem so familiar but in fact are not yet fully studied. In order to facilitate the further development of production, Ametis has become a member of Skolkovo Innovation Center, where the company presented a project aimed at introducing products made from large resin and large bark into the agro-industrial complex. Bilarx and Extracore protect crops and soybeans from various diseases and unfavorable climatic conditions, as well as increase the yield of crops. Due to the second project implementation, it will be possible to reduce the herbicide load on farmland by using arabinogalactam. The results we have achieved today should primarily be attributed to the work of our employees. I believe that at the moment they are the most tenacious and experienced in processing plant raw materials in the whole of Russia. They learn, travel around the country, and are trained at leading schools and institutes. We never consider it to be a waste of time or money. We cooperate with more than 40 institutions in creating new natural, environmentally friendly products. We constantly look for the new properties of our substances, explore the ways to spread their use on animals, birds and plants. We cooperate with Japanese scientists in production of sustainable products and with American scientists in production of biologically active supplements. We supply our products to China and Arab countries. We have finished the certification process of our products in Europe, and now we are going to open the company representative offices in European countries. We expect more than 40 countries to become familiar with our company and its products. There are many investment offers, so we also have great plans to expand our production capacity.